Good morning, students. And today's class is regarding the explosive we use in open cast mining and the evaluation of the different types of explosives, the low explosive and the high explosive, from the gunpowder to the latest explosive, SMS explosives that we use in the open cast mine. The evaluation of di- different types of explosives we use in the open cast mining, and uh, and the types of drill holes we use in the in the open cast mining, and different types of drill holes we use the actual the depth of the drill hole may be varying from the 2 meters to 30 meters. The depth of the drill hole is varying. So the depth of the drill hole is there, and they have the drill holes, the different types of them. The vertical holes are there, the inclined holes are there, and uh, and the different patterns we use in the blasting patterns. Single row blasting pattern, multi row blasting pattern, bridge cut blasting pattern, transverse cut blasting pattern, diagonal blasting pattern. Different types of blasting patterns are there. So in this class, we will discuss the evolution of the explosive, and what are the different types of explosive we use in the mining, in the open cast mining, and the classification of the drill holes, basing upon the depth, the classification that drill hole basing upon the depth, the classification that drill holes uh, as the vertical drill holes and the inclined drill holes, the classification that drill holes basing upon the dia of the holes. So these are the different types of drill holes we discuss in the class. So before that, the explosive generally we use in the open cast mine. Actually, the open cast mining, it is the actually the surface cover is there. The overlying strata is called the rock waste, and below this thing below the mineral exposed is there. So the overlying strata generally converted into the vertical benches, and below that the mineral is there. The mineral is also converted into mm, uh, this one, the vertical benches. So the benches are blasted out. On the benches, layout is the blasting layout is drilled, and with the the layout with the blasting pattern. So we charge the explosive, and after that the blasting is done. So the bench is excavated. Similarly, all the benches are vertical overburden benches, all the benches of mineral or the coal are excavated. In the same fashion, all the total OC is excavated in the by removing the benches, by removing the OB benches, by removing this coal benches. We excavate the OB material, we excavate the coal material. The similarly it is there. So this is the actual open cast mining, and this is called the actual open cast mining is there. And before that the mining is started, then the different types of mines are there. Then the conventional open cast mine is there, semi mechanized open cast mine is there, the mechanized open cast mines are there, and heavy high mechanized open cast mines are there. So different types of mines are there. So the mining actually date back to the 17th century. From 17th century onwards, the mining was practiced from the 17th century. From there onwards, uh, we used to have the mineral excavation. We used to have different types of mineral excavations were carried out from 17th century. It is there. So from 17th century up to the 21st century, up to now, recent, and the technology, lot of changes are occurred. The technology is very much developed. The machinery capacity of the machinery is developed. So the scenario from the conventional, from the rat hole mining, from the rat hole the conventional mining and to highly mechanized mining, and the phase of the mining is carried out. And before that, in this 20th century and the 21st century, where the surface cover we used to remove only 50 meters, now we are going to a depth of the 300 meters. Even 300 meters surface cover is also blasted out, and the rock face is removed, and the coal is exposed, and the coal is taken out. It is there. So it is removed like this. The 300 meters, the 300 meters, the OB rock is removed. So from simple conventional mining to the highly mechanized mining, so lot of changes are taken place, and the total scenario of open cast mining is very much changed, and the profits, the OMS by the OC that we are getting up to 50 OMS is there. Output for man shift 50 OMS is there. So many things are changed. So the pace of mining is very much changed is there. So anyway, before that we see what are the different types of explosives we use from the 17th century onwards, and different explosives now what we are using in highly mechanized mine, and with just a brief look, not the characteristics, and the explosives having a lot of characteristics, the specific gravity, the change, the detonation, the velocity of the detonation, and the blasting index, and many things are there, many characteristics are there, but we will discuss later on. So in detail, in the just for the namesake, we will discuss the types of the explosive we use in the mining field since 17th century. Only just the names and the type and the performance just we discuss, and the remaining the salient features, there are characteristics we discuss in the later classes. It is there. So anyways, in the 17th century, the mining was started. There we use then gunpowder. The gunpowder is the mm, uh, in, is the low explosive. Gunpowder is the basic explosive we use 17th century. So and that was the first explosive we used in the quarries, and nowadays also in the quarries also we use the gunpowder. So the gunpowder was the first the first one the first the explosive which is used for exploitation of the rock waste, for the exploitation of the mineral from the open cast mining. That, and so 19th century, the French scientist Sombrero found found nitroglycerin. The use of he used the nitroglycerin for exploitation of the mineral nitroglycerin. So nitroglycerin is the explosive which is used in the blasting pattern, and the lot of pressure is created. With the pressure, the rock waste is excavated, is shattered, and a lot of mudpile is created. So the Sombrero was a French scientist. He used the nitroglycerin, and then just other compounds, the other compounds for oxidizing, for reducing, for thickening, different explosives he used there. So he used in 19th century it was there, and after that in 19th century Alfred Nobel, he first uh, invented the dynamite. The dynamite is the chemical and commercial explosive. From that onwards, the high explosives, which are used in the mining field. High explosives are there. The low explosives and the high explosives. So the classification is done basing upon the velocity of detonation. VOD, where the velocity of detonation for the small explosives, for the low explosives, it is very small. Whereas the VOD, the velocity of detonation for the high explosive is very much more, and that is around 6,000 meters per second. It has got the high shattering effect. It has got high shattering effect on the rock face. It is there on the rock face. It is there. So The Alfred Nobel was the first man who invented the chemical explosive, and that is the dynamite. And with the use of the dynamite, with the use of the chemical explosive, and the evolution of different types of explosive, which is taken place, and now presently we are using the side mixed slurry explosives, the hand-flow explosives, where the VOD, the velocity of detonation is very much high, and highly, and with that we are producing the million tons, and we are excavating and the 300 meters of the OB cover, the rock waste we are removing, and we are running in the mining projects in the benefits, and producing higher productivity, and generating and more than 50 OMS, output per man shift, is created by this all these explosives. So, the Alfred Nobel, just who invented dynamite. Dynamite was the first chemical, the commercial explosive, who used uh, in the open cast mine for excavating the metal. And he was the first man in the evolution, in the commercial usage of the explosive. He was the first man. Wow, that is Alfred Nobel, and it was 19th century. It was there. Anyway, and before that, the chemical reaction, uh, where explosion takes place. And there are two types of chemical reactions are there. Endothermic reaction is there, and exothermic reaction is there. In the endothermic reaction, whereas heat is taken out, heat is not liberated, heat is taken out. In the exothermic reaction, the heat is liberated. Suppose the explosive is there, when the explosive is blasted by initiator, and large volumes of gases are created, where thousand times, thousand times of the chemical, the explosive, the thousand times, thousands and lakhs of times of the voluminous gases are deliberated, gases are released, and which exert the greater pressure on the strata and the mineral, and the mineral gets blasted out. The mineral gets blasted out and shattered, and the muck pile is created. The rock waste muck pile is created, or the mineral muck pile is created. So, with this one, and the actually the combustion is here. The exothermic reaction, the combustion, what we are doing in the explosion is the mm, exothermic reaction, where a lot of heat energy is liberated while blasting, while explosion of the explosive. So the combustion is the process where initiation is done, and large volumes of the gases, the lag times of the volumes of gases are released. While releasing, a lot of pressure is exerted, and that pressure is acted upon the overlying strata, in the mineral strata. It is there. So the mineral strata get shattered, and the muck pile is created. The mineral is excavated, and this is called the explosion. This is called the blasting. What we are called the blasting, the explosive, the blasting of the explosive used here, the blasting is done. So this is called the combustion, the exothermic and the combustion, where lot of heat energy is created. That heat energy which is used for the shattering of the strata, for shattering of the rock face, for shattering of the mineral, which is used here. It is there. So this is about the mineral. This is about the combustion which is taken place in the blasting. The combustion which is taken place in the blasting. It is there. And the present day of the mining, the open cast mining, and it is changed. A lot of things are changed, and we 30 years, 40 years back, we used liquid oxygen, and the boosters, and the primer. Primer is there. The primer which initiates the booster, and which gives the shocking energy to booster, and the booster gets blasted, and the booster gets exploded, and after that the booster explores the priming charge. The priming charge we use here, liquid oxygen. And before that, in this year, 30 years back, different types of the components with the nitroglycerin components and trinitratoluene, TNT compounds, nitroglycerin compounds we use in the open cast mining. And the basic, that means what we can say, oh, that in 70 to 80 years back we use nitroglycerin and TNT compounds there. The basic open cast miner, the basic explosive we use that. After that, we use the liquid oxygen, and it has the better uses. It has got a better advantages over the nitroglycerin compounds over TNT compounds, and we use nitroglycerin, the liquid oxygen compounds, and that one this in that 50 years back we use. And after that, liquid oxygen, and we use the slurry explosive, and different compounds, different chemical compounds, different explosive compounds we use there, and we made slurry explosive, and slurry explosive, and emulsion explosives we use in the open cast mining in there. And that after that, site mixed slurry, plant mixed slurry, or site mixed slurry, the slurry explosive now we are using ANFO ammonium nitrate, the fuelized oil. Presently we are using in highly mechanized mines. Suppose the 50 holes, 50 OB holes are there. And in each and every hole, we are charging each and every hole with 1 ton of explosive. Like that, the 50 holes are charged with the 50 tons of explosive, 50 tons of ANFO explosive, ammonium nitrate and the fuel oil, and the two basic ingredients which are used in the slurry explosive. And the slurry explosive, which is carried by the different plant, is plant mixes, or if it is used in, if the explosive made in the plant, it is called the plant mixes only. And the explosive is made at the site by bringing the ingredients, the ammonium nitrate and fuel oil separately, and combining those two ingredients, ammonium nitrate and fuel oil, at the site itself, and pouring down the ANFO onto the drill holes, and charging the drill holes, it is there. So here two slurry explosives, the plant mixed slurry explosive is there, and the site mixed slurry explosive is there. The plant means the explosive is made in the plant itself, and the site mixed slurry, the explosive is instantly made at the site itself. The SMS plants are there, the vehicle plants are there. The vehicle plants come out to the OC projects, come out to the OC mines, and the benches that lays over the benches, that lays over the drill pattern, and where the different drills, 30 to 50 drill holes are blasted, used there, and they charge the drill holes with the explosive. So here, and the site mixed slurry is there, and the plant mixes are where the slurry is very common here. The slurry explosive is nothing but the ANFO material and the fuel oil and the diesel oil, the sensitizers, and 6% diesel oil we use here, and the sensitizer and the thickeners, and everything we use here. And the ammonium nitrate is the oxidizer, and diesel is the initiator, diesel. So ammonium nitrate fuel oil is the combination of the explosive we use here. This is the ANFO material. This is the slurry explosive that we use in the highly mechanized. Highly mechanized means even we are going depth 300 meters down the here, 300 meters rock base is removed and the coal is exposed. In that condition also, we are benefiting. We are running the OC. We are running the OC projects into the profits. So we are generating the production. We are generating the productivity. We are generating the high OMS, output per man shift, and that ranges 30 to 50, and more than 50 we are generating. So more than 50. So one man produce the 50 tons of mineral, 50 tons of coal per shift is called the OMS. So the OMS is the 50. So it creates many profits, and more money it creates, more money it is there. So the OC projects are very beneficial, and that is only the heart of the mining. Without the open cast mining, There is no meaning for the mining. There is so 90% of coal is uh, produced by the open cast price only, and that is supplied to the NTPCs, the power generating sector, power generating plants that we are sending there. We are supplying the coal material to this. So without the overseas, nothing, no production of coal is there. So no generation of the electricity is there. It is there. So this is the sequence of the explosive we use since 17th century. 17th century, the gunpowder is used. In 19th century, Sombrio, French scientist, he used the nitroglycerin. And in 19th century, Alfred Nobel and came and he invented the dynamite, the chemical and commercial explosive, the first chemical and commercial explosive, and which is used in the mine. Later on, and different other explosives or different nitroglycerin compounds we use there, and different TNT, dinitrotoluene compounds we use there. And after that, liquid oxygen we use that. After that, slurry and emulsions we use that. And after that, slurry explosive, the ANFO material, ammonium nitrate and the flare, just now we are using by the site with the study we are just presently we are using. So that ANFO material. So latestly, in the recent techniques, in the recent mining, just we are using the ANFO material. So this is the evolution of the the evolution of the explosive, the use of explosive since 17th century to just the present recent times, how the explosive change, and presently what we are using. Presently we are using the ANFO material, ammonia nitrate and the fuel just we are using here. It is there. So this one. And after that, different types of holes, basing upon the depth of the hole, and different types of holes, basing upon the diameter of the hole, basing upon the classification of holes, and basing upon the verticality, and three classifications are there, and we will discuss and different types of holes, we discuss here. Actually, and the two types of holes with the first classification, the vertical holes are there, the inclined holes are there. Generally, the inclination may be the 18 degrees to the horizontal. Suppose this is the vertical hole and this is the inclined hole, and this one is generally 18 degrees to the vertical hole. 18 degrees to the horizontal line. It is there. So the first classification is the vertical holes, the inclined holes. Where the vertical holes that is used in the hard ores. Suppose a mineral iron ore is there, a quartz is there, some copper is there, and the bauxite is there. For exploitation, these type of minerals, and we use the vertical holes. Where in the hard rock, in the hard ores, we use the vertical holes. In a soft hole, suppose the coal is there, we use the inclined holes. The inclined holes can be used where the inclination is just 80 degrees. So it subtends the angle. With the horizontal line is that the 18 degrees. 18 degrees already this case. So they actually and then soft ore that maybe in the coal it is used. But generally, and the common practice generally we use the vertical holes only, not the inclined holes. In the rare practice, we use the inclined holes. It's a complicated and it's just a complicated one itself. Generally, we prefer on all open cast mines only vertical holes we prefer. Anyway, and one more the advantages for the inclined holes is there. The toe, actually, the toe is there when the OC is there. Here, the bottom part is not blasted. The bottom part of the bench is not blasted. So the bottom part is a suppose a slanting heap is formed. A small slanting heap is formed at the bottom of the bench, and that is called the toe. The toe is unblasted rock at the bottom of a bench is called the toe. So in the vertical holes, the toe is formed, whereas in inclined holes, because of the angle of blasting is changed here, and the formation of the toe is not done here. So the toe is not formed in the inclined drill holes, the vertical drill holes and inclined drill holes. In the vertical holes, the toe is formed. In the inclined holes, the toe is not formed. The toe is nothing but unblasted rock at the bottom of the bench is called the toe. So this is the first classification of the drill holes. The second classification of the drill holes is depth of the drill hole. Generally, the depth varies from actually height of the benches are there. Height of the bench from 1.5 meters to 30 meters is there. Up to 1.5 meters to 3 meters, a conventional open cast mining is there. And 3 meters, more than 3 meters, 3 meters to 7 meters, semi-mechanized the open cast mines are there, and more than 7 meters to, that means that up to 12 meters, 12 meters, the mechanized mines are there, and 20 to 30 meters where draglines are used, where bucket wheel excavator is used, where the height of the bench is 20 to 30 meters. So, and more than 30 meters generally, it is there is no practice of using the height of the bench more than 30 meters. Only the height of the bench is here, 20 to 30 meters is there. So, with the use of a dragline, with the use of a bucket wheel excavator, uh, uh, with the use of a dragline, with the use of a bucket wheel excavator, the height of the bench is generally 20 to 30 meters. And then we use 20 to 30 meters we use. So simple. The depth of the hole, and that depends upon the type of the mine we use here. That of the conventional mine generally it is up to 3 meters. It is up to 3 meters. That is what we the manual mining. And the semi-mechanized up to the 7 meters. Iron ore mine, semi-mechanized mines we use where the height is 7 meters. Is height of the bench is 7 meters. Mechanized mines and the 10 to 12 meters. 10 to 12 meters the height of the bench we use the mechanized mines, and highly mechanized where bucket wheel excavator is used, and these two is called highly mechanized mines. We use the highly mechanized mines, we use the height of the benches, the 20 to 30 meters is there. So where almost the height of the drill hole is equal to, and the depth of the drill hole is equal to height of the bench. Suppose the height of the bench is 7 meters, generally it is almost equal. The depth of the drill hole is almost 7 meters. So the depth of the drill hole is almost equal to the height of the bench it is. So and this is the classification basing upon the mechanization, the classification of the drill hole system. Anyway, the classification as per the depth, it is also the classification is there. Depth of the drill hole, just and the depth of the drill hole, which is up to 3 meters, 2 to 3 meters, it is there, where the conventional mining is there. The conventional manual mines are there, where gunpowder and this one nitroglycerin and TNT explosive we use. The manual mining, where acquiring is there, and that type of the mines we use where the depth of the drill hole is 2 to 3 meters. It is there, 2 to 3 meters, and the bench height is also 2 to 3 meters is there. The height of the bench is also 2 to 3 meters, and the depth of the drill hole is the 2 to 3 meters. It is there in the manual mines. It is the conventional mine where the explosive, the gunpowder, NG and TNT explosives, TNT compounds which are used in the open cast mining, it is there. And when when the depth of the hole is up to 7 meters, and that mine is semi-mechanized mine. The semi-mechanized mine we use here, the semi-mechanized mine, uh, where explosives and different explosives, different liquid oxygen is used, and the combination of nitroglycerin and TNT we use here. So there the depth of the drill hole is the 7 meters. Generally iron ore mines are there where the bench height is 7 meters, and where the depth of the drill hole is the 7 meters in that different explosive gear. And the mechanized the mines where 10 to where 10 meters to 12 meters, where depth of the mine is, where the depth of the drill hole is 10 to 12 meters we use here, and that is also almost equal to the height of the bench where it is 10 to 12 meters is there. There liquid oxygen, and where liquid oxygen and the slurry explosive and emulsion explosive we use there in the mechanizer mines. In the liquid oxygen, the slurry explosive and emulsions and different explosive we use there where the height of the bench is 10 to 12 meters, where depth of the drill hole is 10 to 12 meters. So this is the mechanized open cast mine. Now this is the mechanized open cast mine. It is there. And the height increases, the height of the bench increases 20 to 30 meters. When 20 to 30 meters is there, then only the depth of the drill hole is also 20 to 30 meters is there. So this is highly mechanized mines. And highly mechanized mines, the depth of the drill hole is 20 meters to 30 meters we use there. Where the drag lines, where the drag lines and the bucket excavator is used there. The drag line and the bucket wheel excavator is the two the highly high capacity OB lifters are there. The high capacity, these are the power loaders, these are the high capacity the machines which lift up, which remove the OB material. And suppose the drag line is there, the capacity of the drag line and the bucket capacity of the drag line is 24 meter cube. So the 24 meter cube volume of OB is lifted up and placed and transferred the material onto the OB dump, and which is the 100 meters or 90 meters away from the OC site is there. It transfers, the OB material, that means 24 meter cube of the material is transferred from that point to the OB point, OB dump yard, that is 100 meters away. So the drag line there we use there. So highly mechanized mine. Bucket wheel excavator which is used in the Neyveli Lignite Corporation. It is there. There we use the bucket wheel excavator, which is used for excavating the soft OB. Soft OB is there. The soft OB is there, and the bucket wheel is also used and for coal production also there, and the bench height is actually the thickness of the coal benches are very much more, and maybe available 10 to 30 meters is there, where bucket wheel excavator is there. The bucket wheel excavator excavates. Actually, first the blasting is done. After the blasting, and this is done, the bucket wheel excavator is used. The bucket wheel excavator which is used, uh, the bucket wheel excavator which is used for lifting up, the soft coal, and the soft coal onto the conveyors are there. Already it is the conveyors are installed, and internal conveyors are installed there. So it transfers with the conveyors onto the gate belt conveyor, which carries the material from mine point to the surface to the CSP is there. So, and highly mechanized mines where the bench height is 20 to 30 meters, where depth of the drill hole is 20 to 30 meters, where the timelines and the bucket wheel excavators are used. The depth of the drill hole is 20 to 30 meters. It is 20 to 30 meters. It is that's one. So this is the classification, and this is the second classification, uh, depending upon the depth of the drill hole. And one more classification, depending upon the day of the hole. Diameter. This is the depth of hole and diameter of the hole. Generally, up to suppose 32 mm, 32 mm to 50 mm, 32 mm to 50 mm. The holes are holes are drilled. The header there we use a jackhammer drill is there. Jackhammer here we use the percussive drilling is there. The percussive drilling uh, uh, where the drill bits are there, where we use the compressed air is there. The compressed air which passes 7 meter cube per minute, the compressed air which is used, and which is passed on to the drill bit. So by that the drill bit gives blows to the number of blows to the and this one number of blows to the ground, maybe 72 strokes per minute is given to the this one, and by giving the number of blows, and the mineral is excavated by giving the number of blows, and by the drill bit is also rotated while giving the blows, and by rotation of this one, the drill bit, and with the high energy is used, and this is a penetration is done, and with this the mineral is exposed inside. So there we use the jackhammer. The jackhammer is the drill machine where we use the compressed air. The percussive drilling is done. We use the percussive drilling. We use the compressed air. The compressed air is which is used for drilling. For drilling this one, for drilling 30 to the 50 holes we drill there. So this is the first one, the basic one, and after that, and then medium type of drill holes, medium type of drill hole, that is the 100 mm, and next is 100 mm, and this one is this one is suitable for jackhammer, is suitable for the conventional mine hole. The conventional mines are manual mines where the bench height is less than 3 meters, where this type of things we use there, and where the bench height is less 7 meters is there, and then this one semi-mechanized, what we can say semi-mechanized mines. Semi-mechanized where the drill holes is, the dia of the drill hole is 100 mm. 100 mm is there that we use, the actual liquid oxygen may be used, and nitroglycerin and TNT compounds are used for as explosive, and that the explosive which is used for exploitation of the mineral design. So the bench height is 7 meters, and depth of the drill hole is 7 meters, and there the dia of the drill hole is 100 mm. So in the semi-mechanized mines, in the medium type of mines, in the semi-mechanized mines, where the dia of the hole is the 100 mm is there. When 100 mm is type of holes we use there, then the bench height must be more than or more than 7 meters. So these mines are semi-mechanized, where the lot of production is there, and height of the bench generally it is the depth of the hole is 7 meters. In a similar fashion, the height of the bench is generally the 7 meters. It is there with this one. And semi-mechanized, we use the 100 mm this thing 100 mm the what we say 100 mm dia holes we use there. And after that, the final one is 100 to 250 mm and 300 mm also we use there. 300 mm holes also we use there. 100 to 300 mm holes are used there where more than 7 meters, that means 20 to 30 meters use there. The highly mechanized mines where the bench height is more than 20 to 30 meters are, where dragline is used, where bucketability excavator is there, where the bench height is 20 to 30 meters is there, where the depth of the hole is 20 to 30 meters is there. There this one up to 300 dia holes is there. Suppose the coal is there up to 150 mm drill hole we use there. OB is there, OB 250 mm to 300 mm dia of the drill hole is there, where 250 mm to 300 mm dia hole is there. So here two things are there. Here large mines are there. Large highly mechanized mines are there. Highly mechanized mines where here the size, the dia of the hole is 100 mm to 300 mm is there. 100 mm to 300 mm is the coal is there. Coal drill holes is 150 mm holes drills are there. OB holes is 250 mm to 300 mm dia holes we use there. So here the height of the bench is 20 to 30 meters is there, and highly mechanized mines we use there. In highly mechanized mines, the capacity of the machine is very much more. The capacity of the machine is the dragline, that is the machine which we use here for lifting of the OB material. The dragline is there, and the bucket wheel exploder, Navy Lignite Corporation is the bucket wheel exploder, which is used for removal of the overburden as well as removal of the coal is the lignite is also used. Is also the bucket wheel excavator is where the height of the bench is nearly 30 meters is there. And the height of the bench is 30 meters is there. So that type of things we use there. So this one where and the highest mine and the highest mining is the 100 meters 100 mm to the 300 mm the diameter of the holes, the highly mechanized mines, and the size of the dia size is very much more. The highly mechanized this type of dia holes we use there 100 mm to 300 mm, 150 mm which is used for the coal production, and for the OB production 250 mm to 300 mm also. So for the coal drilling, for coal for the drilling the drill holes, coal drills are there, and the coal drills with use the power, which is the electricity power, and drill the hole uh, 50 mm dia holes are drilled there. And OB drill machines are separate out there, and is having the mast is there, and drill rods are there. Drill rod is having the tricone drill bit is there, and it takes up electricity power and rotates, and rotary drilling is done, and after that so 300 mm dia hole is 300 mm dia hole is formed is created by this one this day. So this is different types of different types of dia of the holes. So 30 mm to 50 mm, the jackhammer is drilling. The drill holes are developed. The drill holes are developed by the jackhammer drills. 32 mm to the 50 mm dia holes are there. So the conventional mine, the manual mines, it is where the bench height is uh, uh, 1.5 meters to the 3 meters. It is there where the bench height is 7 meters, it is there. The medium mines is there, semi-mechanized mines there. Then the height of the bench is 7 meters, and the depth of the drill hole is 7 meters, and the dia of the drill hole is the 100 mm. It is there, yeah, the second one. And highly mechanized mines where and the dia of the hole is 100 mm to 300 mm is used here, where and the bench height is 20 to 30 meters is there, where the machine we use there, the drag lines are used, and the bucket wheel excavators are used there, where the height of the bench is 20 to 30 meters is there, and automatically the depth of the drill hole is 20 to 30 meters it is there. So and this one it is used there. So this is the second class one. What the, how many total the total classifications is there? First classification is it the vertical hose and the incline hose. The vertical hose and the hard hose. The incline hose, the 18 degrees holes are used in the soft holes. So then this is the first classification. And the second classification is and the depth. The depth is and 2 to 3 meters is the manual. The manuals the depth of the drill hole it is there. In the mechanism is up to 7 meters the drill holes will be used there. In the mechanized mines up to 10 to the 12 meters it is there. And highly mechanized mines and the depth of the drill hole is 20 to 30 meters it is there. And this is the second classification. And the third classification is basing upon the dia of the holes. And the first one 30 mm to 50 mm, the use of jack and hole, the dia of the drill holes are drilled with the use of the compressed air, the drill holes are drilled. It is the first one. And then this is done in manual, the manual and the conventional mining it is. So when coming to the medium and semi-mechanized mine, where the bench height is near the 7 meters, and the depth of hole is 7 meters, and the dia of the drill hole is 100 mm which used there. Liquid oxygen type of explosive we use here. And third one is to 100 mm to 300 mm, the dia also there, where the depth of the drill hole is 20 to 30 meters is there, where the height of the bench is 20 to 30 meters is there, where the machine we use here, the drag lines and the diagrams and the bucket wheel excavator we use this. This is the third classification we use here. Yeah, and different types of blasting patterns are there. Single row blasting pattern is there. Multi row blasting pattern is there. Wedge cut blasting pattern is there. Transverse cut blasting pattern is there. Diagonal blasting pattern is there. This one. The single row is the number of holes are there. Number of holes are in only one row is there. The one row is blasted. The drill holes are there. The drill holes charge the explosive. and it is latches there. So the manual mining is the multi-row blasting pattern is there, and that is a semi-mechanized mines. It will be used the multi-row blasting method. So vertical blasting pattern, the transvertical blasting pattern, diagonal blasting pattern, inverse initiation, and this type of different blasting patterns we use in the mechanized open cast mining. We use that. Where high explosive, where SMS and for material it is used, and these are the different the blasting patterns are there. And the blasting patterns, the high performance blasting index is there, and due to high blasting index, the high production is created, more OMS is generated. So this is about the explosive and the classification of the drill holes. Thank you.